Hey, this is Mike. I'm just gonna do an episode by myself. Harsh opinions, Australia. I'm broadcasting live. Technically, it's not live, but right now it's live. You're gonna watch it like I don't know, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years in the future, and be like, "This isn't live at all. This guy's a fucking asshole." I am, and you're gonna be like, "This guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Like he's only been here for a very short amount of time, and he's talking shit about Australia." And you're right. So, with that out of the way, I've been here about a month, and I started off on the Gold Coast about 4 days. Then I came to Sydney, started working, making a little bit of money, just doing some warehousing shit, like shit that I would get paid like a buck 50 an hour to do in America, and here I get paid like 23 an hour. So pretty sweet. I can wear whatever the hell I want, but I'm being too nice. This is harsh opinions, right? So let's fucking be harsh. Like Australia, like these people, like I'm in Australia, but I feel like I'm in America because all these people give a shit about is Americans. Like they try, if you ask them, they'll be like, nah. But like if you watch TV and all that and movies, like all they know about is American movies and American music and all that. Like I don't know. Like if you ask like anyone, they'll be like if you tell them you're from Atlanta, they'll be like, "Oh, I've been there." Like, like every single person's been to Atlanta. Like Atlanta's not that big of a tourist destination. It's not fucking California or some shit, but everyone's been there. So, whatever. Anyway, like the similarities between here and there is pretty much like fucking yeah. You really don't feel like you're anywhere else but America, and except for their accents or whatever. But and then the fact that there's like no black people at all. But I mean, if you go to certain most states in America, it's pretty much the same anyway. So like, there's no real difference. Like the only real difference is that there's a fucking shitload of Asian people like everywhere. Like in 50 years, I think that this is not going to be a white country, an Aboriginal country. That's for fucking sure. They killed them. They made sure of that. But like yeah, in 50 years it's going to be an Asian country. Like these motherfuckers are moving in. They don't speak a lick of English, half of them, but they're working on it. They're gonna have progressive generations of Australian Asian people speaking that shit. But and then like if you go around and you go to places around here, like first of all everything's expensive as fuck. Like if you go to McDonald's or some shit, you're gonna pay like Red Lobster prices for everything. Like it's fucking ridiculous. Like there's a really good deal on pizza if you go to Domino's and you get a fucking 3 topping pizza for 4.95, literally 4.95 because with here you don't have to pay tax, so you pay 4.95 when they say 4.95, which is interesting. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And in America, you would never get a deal where you get 3 fucking toppings for 4.95 unless it was like miniature ass fucking bagel or some shit like that. But yeah, so you don't want to go to McDonald's if you're trying to save money. Like you can't really do that. So, and then like normally you would think like you go to an Asian place like in Atlanta, you have a Lotus Express. You can like save money by going to there like in the underground. I think they get it in a couple other places, something like that. Here, haven't found a place like that where you can actually spend less than $15 on anything at all, and you get like a small, tiny little fucking portion. Except for this one place, this cafe, I spend like $4 and get great shit. But other than that, nothing. So, still working on that. So I'm just gonna start going to the supermarket and getting tuna fish and shit like that. But yeah, like this place, their culture is non-existent, except for it's just, oh, what's America doing? Okay, let's just do that. But like obviously their economy is better than American economy. Like the people have so-called no worries because they are fucking making a lot of money. Everyone makes money. The people at McDonald's make $21 an hour and shit like that. Like, what the hell? I've seen little kids working at McDonald's that are like 10 years old. Like, can I serve you? I'm like, fucking. what are you doing? Like, why are you here? Like, shouldn't you be at school right now, or shouldn't you be like sucking your mama's titty or something? Like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, like the only thing I noticed that I've been here, like, and that was only recently. Someone was telling me like, oh yeah, like, why did you just spit? Like, who does that? That's fucking gross. Like, I'm like, really? What are you talking about? Yeah, I guess I spit. I wasn't really thinking about it. But this guy was like, oh yeah, it's banned. You can't even do that in Singapore. I was there for a couple of years. I was like, oh shit, really? Okay. And I spit. I was like, whatever. Because when it's on your mind, you just fucking do it. But yeah, if you go to fucking Australia, they're like, apparently that's just something that they don't do. So yeah, I went to this bar, club, whatever, and then I spit in front of this bouncer. Apparently, they actually care if you're drunk or not when you go to the clubs. Like if you've been drinking, they actually like look at you and like, oh, have you been drinking? Oh, you can't come in here. You've been drinking. Like, it's a fucking club. Like, everyone drink. What the hell? You don't do that in America. But yeah, so it's like, if I spit in front of this bouncer, and he was like, like you just spit in front of me. I was like, yeah, probably. I guess so. I don't know. Wasn't really thinking much about it, but yeah, I guess so. If you say so. He was like, well, that's fucking disgusting. I'm like, and he said in an Australian accent. I don't feel like trying to mimic that shitty accent right now. But yeah. So he was like, oh, have you been drinking? I was like, no, I haven't drunk anything at all, sir. At all. Nothing today. Thank you very much. But and then he was like, well, okay, I guess you're being honest. So he let me in, but then he was like, oh, if I'm gonna let you in, there's no spitting inside. Don't spit inside. If you spit outside, odds are you might spit inside too. You might spit everywhere. Who knows? But yeah, it's just fucking crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, in America, you just spit. Like, you don't really think about it. I feel like spitting now just because I'm thinking about spitting, talking about spitting. It's just building up. But yeah, I just had to swallow it just a second ago. But like, I think because like they say it's banned in Asian countries like Singapore and shit. I feel like because of knowing that, I don't think like on a respect people's cultures basis. Like, I don't give a fuck about other people's cultures unless it makes sense. Like, if your culture is like one where like, oh, okay, I can understand that. It makes sense. Okay. But most cultures it's like, oh, you do that? But it doesn't make any goddamn sense. So if it doesn't make any fucking sense, I'm just going to buck the system and be like, oh, that's your culture? Okay. I'm just gonna fucking shit on it. So that's what I do. So I'm just gonna, ever since I heard about that, which was yesterday, I'm just gonna start spitting on people. I'm I'm not gonna spit on people, but like especially Asian people. If I see an Asian person, I'm just gonna fucking have a loogie fucking primed and ready. And if I see an Asian person, I'd be like, spit, and then just look at their face. But just want to see what their reaction is, just because, just for fun. But yeah, like other than that, like really this whole country is totally like America based, like, except for the economy. The economy is definitely better, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. But yeah, I'm just doing a live broadcast by myself on Harsh Opinions, just for the hell of it, because I am not tired yet. But yeah, apparently, like, the drinking culture is pretty strong here. I mean, it's strong in America anyway, especially among the crackers. They do that shit all the time. But like, as far as like how much it costs, it's ridiculously expensive. Like, I don't know. Like, if you go to a bar and you try to drink at a bar, you're gonna spend like $50, and you might get a little bit somewhat drunk or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, in America, It's a lot better. We'll just leave it at that as far as prices and all. But yeah, I mean, if you want to live cheaply, you can do it. I mean, I've spent $260 a week for this piece of shit apartment, and I have a roommate and everything. It's fucking terrible. But like I can spend the same amount and get a really nice place. It's just that's not what I've done so far. So working on that. And I got this fucking internet, man, TPG. And if you pay, $200, they're gonna come out and set up your internet in about 1 month. Perfect. In that 1 month of time, you don't need internet. Why would you want internet? It's only been available since the 1990s anyway, or some shit. So why would you want it now? Just hold off. No problem. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. But yeah, I just now got it today actually. So I'm like, hey, might as well share my experience with the world, or with the 2 or 3, 4, 5 people who watched the video. Yeah, so that's harsh opinions on Australia. I don't think. Is there anything else I can think of? No. Harsh opinions, Australia. No, that's pretty much it. So yeah, there's not much to say. Yeah, I'm in Sydney right now, and like all these people really give a shit about is the same shit that most people in America give a fuck about is money. It's like, how much money can you make? A whole lot? Yes, because that's how it works in Australia. You start working here, work for 2 years, 3 years, you make a certain amount of money. And 4 years, you make more. 5 years, you make more. More. And then you start building up vacation time. They get like 4 weeks vacation time or some shit like that every single month. I mean, every single year, which is a lot. They can build up like a motherfucker. And then they can get like this thing where they can take off leave, unpaid leave, and then come back to their jobs. And just like a normal thing. Like, I don't know. So all these people have been to Atlanta and all these other places in the States. They've been to all these other countries. If you go to America, you'd be like, man, have you left Mississippi? Like, have you left Atlanta? Have you left fucking Georgia? No. Like, yeah, I've been outside of Georgia. I went to South Carolina, but that's as far as motherfuckers have gone. Like, so I don't know. It's totally different as far as how that works. But yeah, like all the people I've met are from different countries. Like I've met people from, I'm not even gonna list all the countries. Every country in the fucking world, basically. Like it's fucking crazy. And a lot of these people live here, and they've been here for a few years, whatever, and it's just crazy. So it's not like what I'm used to at all. Because go to America, you talk to someone, you don't ask them where they're from because you just know America. Every American's from America. Like that's just how it pretty much is, unless they have a crazy ass accent, and you'd be like, "What the hell? What the hell? Where the hell are you from?" So, nah. Anyways, that's how it works. What else can I say about Australia? Pretty much nothing. But yeah. So in Sydney, there's about 6 million people, something like that. A little bit over 6 million, something like that. And their transit system is pretty fucking good. Their trains are extremely comfortable. Double decker. You can definitely find a place to sit down unless it's like, I don't know, rush hour or some shit. I seen like a video on Japan. Japan's like got 198 million people in this fucking area that's like, I think they were saying 1/6 the size of Montana, which is like unbelievably small. So like their transit system is insane. These people are like getting pushed onto. They actually have people. I guess they're called pushers in Japanese or some shit. They actually push these motherfuckers on the train. Like, oh, you're gonna fit in that motherfucker. We're gonna force you in that motherfucking seat. So I don't know. Anyways, that's how that works. But yeah. So yeah. So the transit system is probably better than it is in America. I wouldn't totally know how it works in in Atlanta with Marta or whatever, because I only used the train system for a little while. Don't know shit about the buses because I always drove. But transit system, it's not too bad unless you're coming around 1 in the morning or something like that. And I always go out anyways, so when I try to go out and then I try to take a cab, they try to dick me in the ass with like with like a $40 cab ride or something like that, $35 cab ride. So I try to avoid that at all costs. So I don't know. Yeah, I've only been here a month. That's gonna really start annoying me really soon. So I gotta figure out how to get around. I might just get like a little scooter or something. Get a little fucking Faggio or some shit. If you're a Grand Theft Auto fan, you know what the hell that means. But yeah, that's how it is. Australia. Working 40 hours a week. Off. People who I work with, they're pretty chill. Like to go out and drink and shit. But yeah, Australia. Oh yeah, also I forgot to mention like their toilets flush like a totally different way. Like it's a very interesting technique of flushing a toilet. So I'll show you. It's very interesting, isn't it? Like what the hell? But yeah, backwards world, backwards society. Anyways. I'm gonna play some Australian music. This probably isn't Australian music at all, but I like it. So, sayonara.